सो हाय एवरीवन। आज है 9 तारीख, शुक्रवार का दिन। मार्केट ओपन हो चुका है। प्री मार्केट हमें पता चल चुका है कि मार्केट में बहुत बड़ा एक गैप डाउन ओपनिंग है। बैंक निफ्टी में ओपनिंग दे रहा है मार्केट 53,595 के आसपास, विच इज बिलो ऑल दिस मेजर सपोर्ट एरियाज। बिकॉज ऑफ द वॉर सिचुएशन, मार्केट इज बीइंग सो मच, यू कैन से। देखो, निफ्टी में भी लगभग ये 300 पॉइंट का गैप डाउन है, विच इज 1.3%। insane man, बहुत ही तगड़ा लेवल का गैप डाउन है। if you tell about सेंसेक्स also, तो मैंने एक स्टॉक खरीद रखा था, उसमें भी तगड़ा गैप डाउन ओपनिंग है। तो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम प्लानिंग। बहुत ही मतलब डरावना मार्केट लग रहा है आज के दिन, बिकॉज तो प्लेस market is opening right now is definitely fearful, and people should be worried about this place. So देखते हैं। देखो, सेंसेक्स में भी ओपनिंग जो है मार्केट की 1.7% डाउन है, विच इज समवेयर क्लोज टू 968। आसपास एक राउंड नंबर जो है 79,000 का। तो इतना बड़ा गैप डाउन, मैन, यू कांट इवन इमेजिन, राइट? नो डाउट सम आई एम expecting a little bit of retracement from the market, but this much of gap down in the buying scenario is something which is unexpectable, right? So already VIX are high. VIX will be high throughout the day. So initially, what I will do, I will first sell my holdings, which is in the stocks itself, because my stop loss in that particular stock is already been hit. That's why I am planning to square off that position. And another thing, देखो मार्केट आज थोड़ा सा वॉलेटाइल, थोड़ा सा क्या बहुत ज्यादा वॉलेटाइल रहेगा। सो यू नीड टू बी केयरफुल अबाउट दैट। रिस्क देखो ऑलरेडी पड़े हुए हैं, रिस्क में और एक बढ़ोतरी दिखाई दे सकती है। सो प्रोबेबली आई विल टेक केयर ऑफ माय पोजीशंस। इफ अगर कोई पोजीशन आज के दिन लेना भी हुआ, so I will reveal my holdings. This is the holding that I have in gold dust. So that's what I am selling. I will be selling when the market opens. Quickly, I have to sell because it is more than 2%, which is my stop loss. My stop loss is at 1200, which did not got hit because of the gap down opening the market today. यहाँ पर अगर ओपन हो रहा है तो डेफिनेटली देयर विल बी नो एनी फर्दर सपोर्ट्स फॉर द वोल्टास टू गो। टेक्निकली ये स्टॉक थोड़ा सा स्ट्रॉन्ग था, दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव बॉट, but nonetheless, we have got the stop loss, so we will be booking that without any emotions. If any green candle comes on the first of the opening itself, then what we can see, because market is at a good buying level, a buying trend. So देखो, प्रोबेबली जो ऊपर के सेलर्स हैं उनको टारगेट नहीं किया जा सकता। तो यहाँ पर बाइंग साइड का ट्रेड आज के दिन अवॉइड करने की कोशिश करेंगे। वी विल लुक टू फॉर अ गुड सेलिंग साइड ट्रेड, ठीक है? क्योंकि बाइंग साइड का ट्रेड मैं अवॉइड करने के लिए क्यों बोल रहा हूँ, बिकॉज ऑलरेडी जो यहाँ पर सेल करके गए होंगे कल के दिन, वो लोग दे वुड बी कमिंग इनटू ग्रेट प्रॉफिट। हाँ, कब वो प्रॉफिट में नहीं आएंगे, अगर यहाँ पर एक तगड़ा ट्रेंड पैटर्न खुद ही साथ बन जाता है, देन दे विल बी फेसिंग इशू, विच इज वेरी रेयर प्रोबेबिलिटी, जिसका की प्रोबेबिलिटी बहुत कम है। तो आई विल सी in the first few minutes, then after I can plan something. So here, after 5 minutes, 5 seconds, market is opening. Let's say I will be looking at the opening candle itself. There is the downside movement at the opening. देखो अगर रिकवर हो जाता है then I will not sold, then I will not sell this 1194. So most probably I will be looking at the price of 1194 because this is the low and this I was planning that this should sustain. देखो हाँ ठीक है. देखो जो मैंने expect किया था market has done that because market has done a first fast green candle. That's why you can plan to target because target those buyers. ठीक है. You can plan that. What could be concerning here? There is no as such concerning part, but only thing यहाँ पर अगर हो जाता है, let me place a alert here so that I have placed the alert, so which will ensure that I am not missing out for this that is coming right now. So let's see. Uh, in Nifty itself, Nifty has broken even opening below this point, below 24,000, and after that showing some sort of bullishness, which is not a few points. Okay, this is close to somewhere 100 points. Bigs आज के दिन बहुत ज्यादा बढ़े हुए हैं, so that's why we should be careful about that, thoughtful about that also. तो यहाँ पर एक मेजर हर्डल टाइप का एक 54,000 का राउंड नंबर है, from which market is taking resistance. When I say market is this is bank nifty, right? So let me have this right here. So let's see, I am placing having the premiums right here will be okay. So premiums are very high today because of the VIX. We have to go OTM only. उसमें इतने ज्यादा प्रीमियम में चल इंसेनली हाई राइट. हाँ मतलब 1000 पॉइंट का OTM मतलब 100 से लेके 3500 तक, 23,500 तक का OTM बाय करना पड़ता है. So let's see, I will just otherwise I will just have a look. पुट ऑप्शंस में स्प्रेड्स बहुत ज्यादा है, राइट. एंड डेफिनेटली कॉल ऑप्शंस आर राइजिंग. चलो I should add the opinions here also. No doubt we are going so much OTM, but in the first few minutes we will get to know that this momentum is going to sustain or not. बहुत ज्यादा OTM हमें जाना पड़ता है. I'm expecting this low to sustain throughout the day, which is for Bank Nifty and Nifty also. Because this is the point which no one would be thinking of buying. Let me have some look at all options, how they are behaving. There is a sort of rejection at the first point. First point. If you look at the stocks also, Reliance is a big look. It has opened at a good place, right? No doubt there is the effect of war in every place. वो ऐसा कुछ पॉइंट ऑफ बाइंग तो मुझे नहीं दिखा रहा है ओके अरे मैं बुक में बहुत ज्यादा स्प्रेड्स है ठीक है दैट्स व्हाई वी कैन do इतना ज्यादा स्ट्राइक प्राइस में इतने कम कम डिफरेंसेस बिकॉज दे आर so much high like put options so probably look there is a hammer kind of formation in put option which is a good thing which is will act as a indication that no it cannot sustain today. Market has formed a kind of ham pattern and then shown deliciousness. तो वॉल्यूम्स के साथ रिजेक्शंस को मार्केट ने दिया है ठीक है and if you look at the put options they are insanely high. An observation here comes here is जब देखो कॉल ऑप्शन की प्राइस 30% गिरे हुए हैं लेकिन यहाँ पर कोई भी 30% गिरने वाला नहीं है 20% के आसपास हम पड़े हुए हैं दैट मीन्स इफ यू होल्ड अ पोजीशन फॉर ओवरनाइट hoping that it will grow. I am telling about the naked option line. If you do that, there is a sort of rejection market showing right now, which in the next 5 minutes will get to know that is it sustainable or not. What I am expecting is देखो जैसा कैंडल मार्केट ने बनाया क्योंकि 24,000 के नीचे ओपन हुआ है इस बाइंग ट्रेंड में 24,000 के नीचे अगर मार्केट ओपन होता है ना तो कहीं भी एक लोगों को बाइंग अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल जाएगी एंड वी विल गेट अ गुड प्राइस टू बाय ओनली दैट शुड बी केप्ट इन माइंड. And this hammers and all, the market will not go. एक रिजेक्शन और दिखा दे डाउन साइड के लिए देन यू कैन प्लान फॉर समथिंग बट हाँ वॉल्यूम्स के साथ जो तो ऐसे पॉइंट पे बाय करना इज नॉट अ सेफ डिसीजन मार्केट फर्स्ट डू सम शॉर्ट ऑफ रिट्रेसमेंट फर्स्ट तब हम बाय करेंगे बिकॉज ट्रेंड इज इन आवर फेवर. Let's have the positions. Come on, मैं जब भी जरूरत में पोजीशन लेने की बात करता हूँ साला ऊपर नहीं होता. I think there should be one rejection. People would be thinking there will be clean continuation looking at the spot, but that is not going to happen without the confirmation in the premium. प्रीमियम में इन दोनों कैंडल्स में अच्छे वॉल्यूम्स के साथ मार्केट ने बाइंग शो किया है. And 5 minutes में भी rejections है नो डाउट, बट ठीक है यार जाने दो. आई विल नॉट बाय बिकॉज देखो यहाँ पर जिस टाइप का मार्केट ने सपोर्ट दिखाया है, दिस इज नॉट लुकिंग लाइक सस्टेनेबल सपोर्ट. इन मैं बात कर रहा हूँ इन 1 minute टाइम फ्रेम. So there should be one retracement. After that, I can buy. Other than that, if market goes straight like this, I'm not interested in buying. Okay. So let's see if market, if I was able to be corrected or not. Correct or not. So possibly, no doubt continuation हो रहा है market में. So this is the first time pullback, and I'll not buy in this one. So there should be a low break. If I look at put options also, the hammer kind of formation. So in put option also there should be a low break first. This is a classic continuation type of pattern, and I was a bit worried about the fact that market is taking resistance from the closing price itself. Yes, Bank Nifty there is a good point of resistance which is 54,000. Okay, right now it is coming. So I am expecting at least, if not low breakdown, then at least close to this point, which is 90. And the way market is showing resistance or rejections from upper side, uh, from the closing price itself. देखो एक प्रॉफिट बुकिंग जो आनी थी वो आ गई. We can plan for put options also. But let's see. We need to low breakdown तो हो गया है. Right. There are two rejection candles and both are having good chunk of volumes in it. तो इसमें अच्छे वॉल्यूम्स के साथ रिजेक्शन भी शो कर दिया, एंड इनिशियल चंक ऑफ बायर्स को भी मार्केट ने निकाल चुका है. And this is the continuation of first two candles. So here it will get confirmed if market needs to go higher. Let me let me have a look at put options also. There is a classic continuation of bullish pattern in put options. Candles are not looking so confident to buy. Let's see. You have to take the risk, otherwise there is no possibility of getting the chunk out of the market. Is it a hammer? Yes, it is a hammer. But we have to place the trade and we have the SL, otherwise I will get trouble. So I have placed the stop loss. Possibly this would be a good place to market for market to go if it needs to go in call side. Put options are not increasing and call options are falling. So this is because of VIX maybe. In spot it is showing some sort of bullishness. I think there is a time check in this premium. That's why it is not growing that much. Looking at the spot, what I can expect is market. People would be thinking that market will fall. Looking on the price, I think I have got the stop loss. Fair enough. I think I was correct in that plan that what the plan is. The plan is onto the selling side. I think that triggered today. That went right today. So let me sell the holdings also because it is going right below my expectation. For the last time, I should look at the price of Voltas. There is no sign of Sunday sustenance here. So it is very less likely that it will go like here. So placing the this one. Just a minute. So in this particular scenario, if you try to buy at any place, it will just go down slowly and slowly. And because Voltas is sustaining little bit on the higher side, I am not selling that as of now. Let's see if it goes, it will let it go. And we are under the risk management, so let's accept the fact that today is not our day. So keeping that in mind, we will look the market also, and we will see that how market behaves today. Because so let's leave it. It has again came above 1200. So I think, let me place the stop loss at 1194, which is the low of today. Otherwise, if I am getting that, then totally fine. Otherwise, there will be not an issue. Okay. So trigger is pending right now, which is a fair thing. अगर जाता भी है तो डेफिनेटली दैट विल बी नॉट एन इशू. Let's look at the premiums of the way it is showing sustenance above 24,000. That seems like first market has done a good chunk of accumulation. How it will get confirmed that it has done accumulation with a good volumes, but you need to keep in mind that this is the OTM option, and in OTM, if the momentum does not happen fast in your direction, you will be facing trouble in it, which right now market is showing. As I mentioned before, the more it will show retracement kind of thing, people will be starting buying there, and that will cause the accumulation of buyers beneath and help the market to go further more downside. So I'm not expecting a huge jump in premium because it is way far OTM, close to 400 points OTM. Hardly it will have a delta of let's say zero point 0.3 or zero point 0.2, which will ensure that I mean, people who would be buying this premium will not get a chunk of profit out of it. Possibly the low of this, people would be placing stop losses there, and once it goes in the buying side, because it has a good chunk of volumes in it, it might continue. But what the thing to be concerned about is if people would buy here, they would be placing stop losses here, right? And to target that, look, why I'm saying that, why people market will not target those sellers first, because the trend is onto the buying side, and the more market will retrace, people will be getting more chances to buy at the lower places. So it is the move is sustaining right now. If see if any retracement comes, then there will be coming an opportunity of buying. Otherwise, I am happy to miss this trade, right? Look, what will happen? because momentum has been lost of few points, like somewhere close to 10 points. If I buy here, my stop loss will be very high. Another thing, once I buy here, because it is a higher point and VIX is high, so in volatility, the chances of stop loss getting hit will be higher. And the way candles are forming at 1 minute, a clear sign of rejection could happen. What 100 EMA indicates here is it's showing that market could go up because it's far away from that EMA. And whenever the market goes beyond uh, away from the 100 EMA, there is always a possibility of it coming back. This is the issue I told you before. Whenever you try to buy, stop loss will be high. If you try to book at a, if you try to punch your order at a higher place, then your stop loss will be high and the possibility of getting that hit will be more high. There is no difference between buying at this point and this point is if you buy at this point, your stop loss will be low, no doubt. And also you will get a higher space for the market to move because you can't be really tight about the stop loss. If I buy here, the fluctuations are a little bit higher. So the space I have to give to the market is becoming very high. So that's why the space could not be very high as per the risk management. It could be high if you have a capital of let's say 2 CR or 3 CR. So you could place the biggest stop loss and let the market to move as per your plan. But at a small fund, if you are trading, then you should be keeping in mind that the range where market will over, which should not be very high. If you think that if I should go in buying side, in selling side rather than in buying side, notice the candles. This is the first time market has shown bullishness in put option. This is the second time, and this is the third time it is moving right now a little bit. But once you can notice that it has made a high of 150, which is never gonna be hit because of it being very far from the current market price. And to cover this much of distance, which is of 45 points, market because it is the OTL, spot needs to move close to say 150 points because it should have a delta of this premium should have a delta of zero point 0.3. So at zero point 0.3 delta, market should move 150 points. Then after it can go higher. But from here itself, falling market being negative is something which is unexpected because already it had made a base. See, 1 minute left for the candle closing and voltage. So if this comes near the low, then probably our stop loss will get hit at this particular CNC position because Nifty being the main indices to look at, every other stock will definitely fall. No doubt the falling is happening in spot, but if you look at the put option, there is no zero increment in that, which means this is the market being idle for option sellers to sell option on both the strike prices like 23,950 and 24,150. They should make a short straddle here and sit easily just to enjoy the profit because of high wicks, just premiums will get decayed only. Other than that, there will be a negligible momentum in the premiums. It would be very good if someone should be staying away from this type of markets. In this one, we will get to know in the next 5 minutes that if this overlaps, this price overlaps the previous candle or not. If that happens, then we can hold this particular trade. Otherwise, we will exit from it. Really, it is not holding right now. But one thing that is coming into my mind is if this turns out to be selling, then selling should be fast. Otherwise, there is a market plan which is being made there. So for intraday basis also, it is the low should be the last point of holding. Looking at this bullish red candle, uh, sorry, volumish red candle, it will be definitely shorting there. And in spot also, market has shown a kind of a pattern formation. After that, which breakout is market giving right now. Breakdown happened first, and then after the breakdown, it is going a little bit. Once it crosses 1206, then the probability of this turning out to be a bullish momentum will gonna happen. But it should be happening in next 5 minutes. Other than that, if that doesn't happen, then possibly getting that. Look, put options are falling right now. And if you notice the call options, they are also falling. So there is no possibility for an option buyer to sustain in this market. So good thing is that we are under the risk management. Possibly it wouldn't hurt our capital right now. So let's see. I will update you if this once turns out to be positive one. You can see if the price of this turns out to be 1206 and more. If not, if stop loss also get hit, I will update you. So if you can notice here, there is no sign of sustenance in this price because it is trying very hard to get into buying side, but because of the news and all overall stuff, so this is being negative for today. This is a fair thing. Definitely booking here it will be not an issue. So the way it is showing resistance, it will more or less being touching the. So let's modify it. I think I will get 198 in the transition only. Okay, so got the price at 1198. This is something which will run for the entire day. And one mistake that I did is I showed in BSC, which should be in MSC. And if you look at this, the price that we have got is 1198, which is somewhere close to 2% of the entire 3.7, 3.6% of the entire investment amount, which is a fair thing. This fluctuation, if you look at this will happen for the entire day because I have sold something. So if this fluctuation turns out to be a good amount at the end of the day, then you should be knowing that our decision is being right. It's again. Other than that, if this turns out to be negative in the end of the day, means turns out to be very negative at the end of the day, then you should be not happy because our decision of selling this would not turn to be good. Yeah. So because our stop loss is at 1200, we have booked at 98 2 rupees here and there, which is a fair thing. But you should be keeping in mind that this is under the risk management and this is under my plan only. And let's see how Nifty behaves because Nifty is behaving bluntly here. If you look at there, the put options are moving like a snail, like they are moving very slow. But if you look at the price itself, it has been falling right now continuously for last 15 minutes. If I look at an ATM, let's have an ATM put option, which is this one. This is growing a little bit, but there is also no as such clear price momentum in the put options also. So that means this market will definitely stay slow today. So I should be keeping myself away from the market, but no worries. It is the part of the plan, and we have executed that only. Let's see if any observations come. I will definitely update you.